Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alex Bell, and this is To The Point. In the weeks leading up to the election, ABC 10 has been out in the community engaging with voters and potential voters, giving them information on where and how to participate in the elections and asking people what barriers or concerns might keep them from voting. And while talking with some people at North Sacramento's Hagenwood Community Association last month, we heard that some voters found a lack of parking to be a barrier at their local voting center. So Becca Habegger, she went and checked it out.
Oh, come on in, hon.
Which one?
This one here. And how about an I voted sticker?
For the better part of a decade, Candace Hampton
You're welcome.
has overseen the Vote Center at the Greater Sacramento Urban League in North Sacramento's Del Paso Heights community.
I just think that it's important for people's voices to be heard. Why wouldn't you vote if that's the right that you have?
Voter Terralina Austin agrees.
Having this polling place within walking distance is so important to people because a lot of times small things can keep people from exercising their vote, and access is essential.
And research supports that, says Mindy Romero, director of the Center for Inclusive Democracy at USC's Price School of Public Policy.
Polling places, vote centers, in-person opportunities to vote are really important for everyone, but particularly for historically underrepresented groups.
ABC 10 heard from people who live near the Greater Sacramento Urban League and say they have trouble finding parking here when trying to vote. I'll admit, when I tried finding parking here, I had some trouble. Unless there's street parking open, you have to drive down the block to this lot. If you don't immediately see Urban League on the no trespassing sign, it can be confusing as to whether you're allowed to park here.
So you're just going to take it over to the pink box?
Okay.
So I took that concern to the league's president and CEO, Dwayne Crenshaw.
Well, we have additional signage out. We'll be putting more signage out. We've heard the concern. We're open to that. But we do have a parking lot, 25 spots on the corner of Marysville Boulevard and Roanoke. And so we'll work to increase the signage, but we really want people to have easy access.
He points out the vote center here is accessible in other ways too.
We're on a major bus line here on Marysville Boulevard. We have drive-up voting outside.
Romero says elections officials are required to consider parking availability when choosing vote center locations.
So it's recognized at a state level and amongst advocates and community groups, period, that parking can be a barrier.
So we want to highlight here that the Greater Sacramento Urban League parking lot is just a short walk from the building and open to anyone coming to vote.
Look, somebody sacrificed so you could come out and vote. Please exercise your vote. Thank you so much. Let your voice be heard.
That's right. Let your voice be heard. All right, Becca's here with us now. And if people do run into any issues at a polling place like finding parking, there are other options, right?
Right. It's important to note that if you live in Sacramento County, you can go to any vote center within the county, not just the one closest to you. And they will find, your address and the right precinct for you because they put your name into the system. Also, if you have filled out that pink ballot, you can drop that off at any U.S. Postal Service post office. It just needs to be postmarked by election day. So make sure you're there before closing time on election day. Remember, the polls close tomorrow at 8 p.m. Post offices might close a little bit early, but you can bring it to a post office if parking is tough at your local voting site. And then finally, vote centers do offer curbside voting. So, I know here in Sacramento County, folks can pull up to the vote center. There will be a placard, or not a placard, but a sandwich sign.
A little sign, yeah.
Yeah, with the phone number on it. You can give that a call and they'll come out and assist you in voting curbside.
Feels like Target. Feels like Target when you
Feels
pull up.
Exactly.
You type in your number.
You voted today.
Oh, I did.
How was that for you?
I saved the sticker for the moment. Let me not get my hair cut. I voted today. It was super easy. I walked right in. I wanted to go today because I feel like tomorrow's going to be a little crazy. But I went in. Me and our photojournalist, Xavier, we went in and it was super easy. Yeah, it was great.
Meanwhile, I'm waiting for tomorrow morning, so it will be super busy.
So if Becca's late, we know why.
Yeah.
All right, Becca, thank you.